After you create your new map, I realize there's a couple gotchas you're going to encounter. The first one is roll over this map picker, and your custom map should be at the top. But if you look at this map picker, your site is at the bottom. Just click and hold on the mouse button, drag it to the top. That puts it at the top of this list, but you want to set this as the default. And in order to do that, click on this Edit Quest Map Settings. And notice it's called Quest Maps here. You don't have to stick with that. These are map headers, and I've used a header here in my site this year. I'm not sure I'm going to use one next year, header and footer. But in the map setup, under Default Map, you click and hold, or just click, and then you select your custom map from this list. And that's the one that you want as the default map as you work through this. And then here's where you change the name. If you want to call that menu bar icon something other than Quest Maps. And then in Quest Setup, here's where you can change the name of the quests, the stages that you go through. You can always come back to this if none of this makes sense right now. The player submission. When the players submit blog posts, you can restrict them to fewer choices here. I turn everything on. And for me, my default sharing permissions for player submit blog post submissions is public on the web. This is entirely up to you depending upon the type of class you teach. I want my students writing for an authentic audience. Having said that, that doesn't mean that their posts are going to be widely read. They're very difficult to find buried inside these games. But this way, their families, friends can see their work, and people beyond their classmates, which would be registered users only. And then we can always override these sharing permissions on individual quests in order to make these private or just to registered users. So this is just the generic default. For now, whatever selections you've made, go ahead and update this to save your choices.